it's Tino Dwyer, tourism trainer, facilitator, clarity coach and founder of the Tourism Space. Welcome to the first video blog of 2019. I hope the year is off to a good start for you. So this time last year, an idea started to grow in my head about the idea of professional development and self-empowerment specifically for tourism professionals. And I had the idea that I'd like to attend an event that would provide a kind of a power surge at the start of the year. And the idea grew in my head for about 6 months until I started to speak to others about it, and in particular to my business partner Raquel, who's behind the camera right now. And at that point, about 6 months ago, we decided, well, let's let that idea out and let's make it a reality. And we put in place an action plan to make that event happen. And I'm delighted to say that 1 week ago today, the first ever professional development and self-empowerment event for tourism professionals in Ireland took place. We had 140 delegates and 10 speakers from across the island and from all sectors of tourism, and by all accounts it was a wonderful day. The feedback so far has been really positive and really wonderful. So we're still on a little bit of a high from that, and I wanted to share some of the big ideas that came from that event. Our theme was massive vision, massive action. It was about looking within ourselves and at the people immediately around us for inspiration and motivation to kind of unleash big ambitions and big action plans. And our keynote speaker was a man called John Burke, who's a hotelier and also a summiteer of Everest. And his opening question to the group was, "What's your Everest?" So he had the credibility to ask that question. He shared a lot about his journey and his quest over 10 years to prepare himself mentally and physically to stand on the top of the world and summit Everest. And it really was inspirational. But he did also point out that the question, "What's your Everest?" was not about the mountain. It was a metaphor for whatever challenge might be in your head that you would like to achieve, whatever dream that you've been flipping around in your mind that needs to really be let go and I suppose grow legs and become a reality for you. So for many speakers during the day, their Everest were different things. They were overcoming bureaucratic challenges, they were engaging with their community, perhaps working with their team, opening a restaurant, developing a destination, whatever your particular Everest might be. And in the course of the day, many of the speakers referred back to that, and 2 themes came out really strongly. The first one was the idea of having a vision, of having your vision and unleashing your vision. And what they meant by that was actually giving free rein to the idea, putting words and images on it, speaking to other people about it, and putting the fuel in the fire that would propel an action plan and that would keep your belief sustained over the long term in order to help you achieve that dream. So vision was a really big theme. And the second big theme that came up during the day was the idea of support. Speaker after speaker spoke about the importance of their 2 levels of support, their personal support, their friends and families who were going to help them achieve this vision just by supporting them. And then, particularly in tourism, the wider network of stakeholders that will play a part in helping you achieve your vision in tourism and in life. So the reality is that you will meet barriers, you will meet challenges, and you may, and quite likely probably, will experience failures. You will not have all the resources at your disposal yourself, and you may not have all the skills. And at times your belief and your motivation might waver. And that's where your support network becomes critically important to you achieving or summiting your Everest. So I would say 6 months ago, our Everest was the idea of hosting this event that hadn't happened before. We were able to unleash that vision, put in an action plan, and identify a support network between people and outside personal friends and outside stakeholders who were able to help us. And we put words on our vision by naming the comments we wanted to have back from people as they left the room. Things like we wanted people to say, "I'm going to come back next year." And time and again, over the course of the last week, we've heard the words we put on our vision come back to us. So visions do become realities. And if I was to kind of leave you with 3 thoughts possibly for this week that came out of that event and that I can attest to personally as well, the first one would be to identify your Everest. What is your Everest? What is that challenge for you? The second thing is to build your vision. Give that idea words and legs and images and life. And the third thing is to nurture your network. Those are the 3 things I think at the beginning of 2019 you can help yourself with as you look towards the year to create your own power surge. They're 3 essential ingredients. So I leave those with you for the week. I hope you have a good week, and in the meantime, until next week, Here's to your lasting success.